So I'm Joey Only here from Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, and guess what came in the mail today? My new Asus A15 computer that you guys, the group, bought, really paid for. I can't thank you enough. This thing is such a beast, and I'll just show you a couple things here. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's heavy. It's like 5 pounds. And hilariously enough, I got home today, went to the store, power was on, came back, and the power is off in Wells. That's what happens here a lot. So a brand new computer, can't even plug it in today and see what it's like. What a gorgeous day today. I honestly don't feel like working much, and we have that right, because we work for ourselves. Here's the Cariboo Mountains behind me, and what's spectacular today especially is Chasm Mountain is just lit right up. The sun right on its long slope. It's the tallest mountain in Bowron Provincial Park. The gap between it and the next mountain closest, that's where Lynx Lake is. And you follow Lynx Lake up, then you take the Cariboo River further to McCleary Lake, and then you'd be stopped by the Isaac River Falls. Clouds are hanging up about 10,000 feet or so we know that cold air mass is still just above us. And I just seen some cool footprints here we should go check out in a second. But before we do that, I'll just add snow for tomorrow. It's like the low is coming into southwestern BC. I don't think it's an extremely deep low, but I think the majority of the snow will be, the closer you are to the US border and the higher you are up in the mountains, the more you'll see it. So expect tomorrow there'll be possible fall warnings, weather watches, severe weather statements and things like that for all those mountain passes you might have to drive through. Pretty hard to tell what these footprints are. By the stride, I mean, it could be a fox. It's got fairly small feet, so we know it's not a lynx. And we know it's not a wolf. But it's definitely not one of those short-legged creatures either. It's not dragging itself all through the tall. Its path winds through here, all the way up and over around the bend. Could be bobcat. They have pretty small feet. Lots of little friends out here. A little further along now. Over this way we have the Bowron still, and the Cariboo Mountains proper. And right behind me, first is Mount Magnus. I got a video, here's the link above me. You can see the view from the top of Mount Magnus. And behind it is Mount Patchett. So these footprints, they wander way off down this road. You know, predators like to take the road because it's easy. They don't care the way that they're not staying hidden. And I'm just looking at his footprints here. I mean, it's from this morning, so there's already some snow that's blown into it, and it's hard to see exactly what it is. But my guess is, because of the way it stayed on top of the snow, that it's not a canine, that it's actually a lynx. And they're pretty close together, a lot of the footprints. So you can tell he's not a very big animal. And off he goes. We'll follow his trail for a few minutes and see if we find some more. Here we have little guys that were scurrying around. Little voles or something. Our animal crossed right over him. He didn't leave much of a trail, this powder snow. And the snow's blown into it on it, so we don't have a very good trail of our animal. Only that nice footprints that we've seen at the road there where the snow couldn't blow into it so easily. I'm gonna walk a couple hundred more feet just to see. Here's some guy with cool little hands. I don't see his tail dragging, otherwise I'd say he's a weasel or something, but you never know. He's come all the way down through in here into this brush. He's got tiny hands, like paws. So that narrows down who he might be. And that's not, he's small. And there's lots of prints over here. This guy is a big bunny rabbit. Boing, boing, boing. Jackrabbit or something. He's got a pretty good hop to him. Clears about 2 feet each bounce. He seems to have nice pads on his feet. He stays right on top of the snow. I think we finally found our culprit for sure. We've caught him red pod. Let's have a good close look at these paw prints here. Short little stride, big feet, snowshoes. We have our Lynx walking up and down the road looking for those rabbit tracks we've been seeing everywhere. He's a beauty. Big healthy cat. Maybe next time we'll see him. It's something I often come across here is lynx and bobcats. Like I bet you I've seen 30 in the last 5 years. I'm not joking. In fact, I almost hit a lynx last winter in Cottonwood with my car. Like I had to slam the brakes. I don't know how how I missed him. And I was like, do I hit him for the pelt? No, I'm an environmentalist, but I'm a redneck. And the more I got thinking about this lynx, when we drove in this way half an hour ago, these tracks weren't here. We just missed them today. There's one more cool spot up here. Look at his snowshoes. I'm sunk up to my knees, right? And I'm on top of snow still. Compact snow. But he just bounces along, no big deal. As you can see, the snow is very deep here. And he struggled a little bit. He went a couple inches in. That's all. Look over this way too. The fresh powder on top. Wish we'd seen him. Whoa! Maybe next time. I got thinking about that lynx track we just seen a little more. And in that deep snow, it was obvious to me he was moving a little bit quickly. And I think because we didn't see the tracks on the way in, what he actually did was he was sitting near the road, back in those tree lines, and when he heard the truck go by, he used it as cover to make a move, because the truck's noisy. So the truck goes by, and then he basically gets out and moves pretty quickly, with his nose open, his ears up, and his eyes on full alert, because something might move at the same time. But he uses that cover to get himself into a new position, to sit and wait and see what's going on. So some predatorial tactics, and the animals are like that. I've had moose befriend me because when I worked at the parks, she knew that her and the calf were safe near the boat dock because it was noisy. The wolves and bears weren't coming nearby, so she hung out right there with us all summer long. So the animals do use roads, they do use sound, they do use things that we present to them in the forest to their advantage. And I think that's all for today on Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers. Snow coming tomorrow, southern BC. Keep an eye on Environment Canada for watches and warnings, and keep your eye on our channel because we'll let you know. See you next time.